guys, and today we're going to do a quick video basically about what your assumptions are about me. So with that, let's get started. So somebody said you are inclusive. Alright, so I'm not gonna lie, I actually had to look that up because in my mind I know an idea of what it meant, but I didn't know what it meant for me, and maybe I still don't know, but from what I've read, I think I'm inclusive and exclusive. I mean, I don't really know exactly what you're trying to say to this person on Instagram, but the only way I can describe is I, as like a person, because I guess I don't trust everybody, I'm more exclusive, so I kind of stray away from certain people. I don't always include people in my friendships or my relationships, or trust people with, you know, I guess secrets or just my life. But I'm also inclusive, like you assume, because I am still very open and I'm very inviting sometimes, most of the time, depending on the time. And so, I don't know, it's a little hard for me to explain since I don't exactly know what you mean. Also from the same person, you care about animals more than humans because they are bumholes. Yes, actually. My mom has always said, like, damn, Sarah, like, and that's literally her words, damn, Sarah, like, we're watching a movie and you're crying hysterically over this horse, but 2 men just got shot like 10 seconds ago and I didn't budge. I've always been like that as a young child. I've always blamed it on my family because we've always had animals and I fell in love with animals so much. The more, the older I get, the more I've learned about, you know, the world and people and society, and I absolutely hate people. Like, obviously I love people, like, I'm a person and I you know, I love people, but in this terms, yeah, I love animals 100% more than humans because they are bumholes, as she says. Someone else said that you are stronger than you give you credit for. My assumption, or that assumption, I will have to say I believe is wrong. I mean, I guess it depends. I really think I am strong. Like, if you see me in local bars or restaurants and someone asks about my infusions, they were like, wow, you don't even seem like you're sick. You don't, or not that you don't seem like you're sick, which I do get, but it's more like you're just so, you know, so happy-go-lucky. Like, most people are sad, or like you have a good input in life and a good outlook in life and all this stuff, and it's because I think I know that I'm strong, and I guess there's moments where I'm not so strong, but for somebody who's sick on a regular basis, I really do, I'm pretty strong. I mean, there's moments, I think more about like my ability to speak and speech and communication I don't give myself good credit for, but I mean, I don't know. So yeah, you don't act your age. Not in a bad way. So, I believe that every single person on earth does not act their age, 100%. You know, you see relationships and they always somehow blurt out, you act so immature, you're so immature. And I really believe that everyone has their immaturity at certain points. So I know for a fact that I have my immature moments, but I also feel like I'm mature in many others and in places that some of my friends are very immature about, but I'm like grow the fuck up. So, I believe I'm immature at points, immature at other points. So I received, you don't get very self-conscious going out in public with medical devices. And that is very true. Have a very, I don't know, I don't give a flying fuck about what people think about me type of view on life. And so, in the beginning, it felt weird wearing a mask. That was actually my only struggle. Like, when I had my IV infusions, I didn't think anything of it. I always forgot about it because it was on my back and stuff like that, like in my book bag. The wheelchair, no, because I see people see wheelchairs, you know, quite often, but you don't see many people wear a mask unless you're like in a clinic. And I wear a mask at Walmart and Target and malls or wherever. So in the beginning, for about, I don't know, like first week or two, I felt a little awkward because people would notice. But then when I really thought about it, I was watching myself or watching them watch me. And I realized that they're not really looking at me. I think I'm imagining them looking at me. So your assumption is correct that I don't get self-conscious about medical devices in public because I don't care. You guys on YouTube, your assumptions about me. I received that you are definitely a warrior who continues to fight no matter what. You are a badass. That is so sweet, and thank you so much. That I look like a mix of Ashanti and Tinashe, or Tinashe, Tinashe, or Tinashe, I don't know. I did look up that girl, and I think she's a singer I read, and I mean, I guess. And it's funny because Ashanti, I met somebody, a famous DJ now, like she's really well known. And I met her back when I was, honestly, I don't even know. I guess maybe, yeah, I don't even know how old I was. No idea. And, oh, you know what? I was around 18 because I took her to my prom as like a friend because I had no one to go with. Anyway, when I met her at the Mall of America trying to meet Mariah Carey. And I was in this long line. And this DJ at the time came up to me and basically said, just want to say that you're so gorgeous. Like, you look like Ashanti. I don't see it whatsoever, but thank you. You don't allow people to get too close to you for fear of being hurt or let down. I've heard that from people. I don't know if that's true. Because if anything, I'm really open. Like when it comes to relationships, like I fall in love fast. So, I mean, that could be true. Maybe I just don't know. It's one of those things that maybe other people notice and I will never notice. So that could be true. I've heard that from many. So you find it hard to confide in others. I guess that's true because I'm more to myself. I'm very quiet, I guess. But I think that's also the autism. I don't speak to people very well. Like my best friend, I've had her in my life for like 17 years. And she comes to me about, you know, drama and tears and heartache and everything. And I listen but don't know how to reply. And I don't call her with anything, like at all. Like, not really anyway. And if it is something simple like, oh, you remember this, blah, 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 and that'd be kind of it. It wouldn't be like, I need to talk to you, like, this happened, or they broke my heart, or whatever it is. I don't know. That's just, I think that's definitely the autism in me. Trust is very important to you, very much so. That assumption is perfect. Truthfulness is as well, very true, another good assumption. It's difficult for you to sometimes accept others, or other people's point of view. That I think also is like the very first part of this paragraph of assumptions from Declan. I think that it could be true. I've heard from others say that like you don't want to, like, I don't like taking advice from people, I guess. And I mean, I don't know if that's really the same thing. I'm sorry, I'm looking at my phone. It's way down here. It's difficult for you to sometimes accept other people's point of view. Okay, you know what? I guess I agree to a very small extent. I always want people's point of view, like 100%, because that's where I can choose if I agree or don't agree, or it opens up my eyes and I think, you know what? That makes actual sense. Like, for instance, my brother, he was vegetarian, then pescatarian, then vegan, then vegetarian, all over the place. And he just recently called me to tell me that he went back to meat completely, like everything. And he told me why. We did like a 2-hour conversation. He spoke mostly, but there were certain points that was like, huh. And it made me think. Now, I wouldn't have went back to meat and ever. Like, he's like, even if it hurt, like, made you better, I know, Sarah, that you would do it. I wouldn't. I'd rather be sick and never go back to eating any kind of animal byproduct. But what he said made me question and think certain things, so I did my research. So I am open to people's point of view a lot of the time, not all the time. Let's see. I know serious illness can tear up and impair the progress of a person's career. You might feel like you'd have had more opportunities right now if you didn't have to make well-being adjustments. Yeah, no, I mean, if I really wanted a job, I probably can get one, like something being at home. But then again, I probably couldn't because I can't really do things over the phone because of my autistic features. I guess that assumption is correct. Yeah. I'm guessing you did well enough in your career to take care of yourself. Like EI, like owning a car. I did very well for myself. I've been a makeup artist professionally, published since the age of 19 up until this very day. I mean, I still have a few weddings this summer, but when I was in Florida, when I originally got sick, like 2 years ago, I was doing TV, film, billboards. I have commercials out there still going. So I was doing really well, and then I did like side work, like weddings and things. So I was doing really well, like really well. And now my account has been negative $8 for like 6 months now. So yeah. And then did you mention you had been a healthcare professional? No, I've been a makeup artist my whole life. I'm guessing your parents are pretty supportive. Yes, my dad is financially supportive, but I don't think he understands when it comes to my health. And my mom is 100% supportive when it comes to my health, but not financially. So I got like one parent more financially, and the other one is more mentally supportive. And I'm guessing they understand your sexuality. Yes, they, like I said, in my coming out video, which I will post up here somewhere in the link, my family's, they're all supportive. It doesn't even come up. It's kind of like straight people. You don't discuss your sexuality. It just is. And I'd assumed when you moved home, you were in a big place for returning to a smaller town. Before I moved back home, I was in Florida, so that is bigger than Minnesota. And then my actual home was big. I had a spiral staircase. I had a loft, like the open ceilings, a room upstairs that oversee the place, 18-foot vaulted ceilings. My house now, my dad has a big house. Where people in this town think it's huge. I think it's a normal size house. It's got like 5 bedrooms and like a few different like living spaces and whatever else. But I mean, to me, it's normal. So yeah, I guess it depends. But I'm also from New York, so that's a big change. But I've been here for about 20 years. You seem young enough to still enjoy the nightlife, which may also be a little bit more quiet where you are. So I do enjoy the nightlife. I don't go anywhere because my really only good friend, she is now sober. And she works doubles, and so I rarely see her, maybe once a month, and when I see her, we don't even do anything, which honestly is unfortunate because I want to do stuff, and it's like she doesn't want to do anything. But, you know, I don't know. So, if you've noticed, I do go to the local bars here, very country bars in town, and I'm always alone. I might run into people, but I'm always alone. I get a feeling you appreciate visual art, perhaps photography, sketch and ink, watercolors with natural settings, or of people. That assumption is fairly wrong. I would like to be very artsy in the sense like you had mentioned, but it's not really true. I mean, ink, as in like tattoos, of course I do. I have like 20 of them. Photography, I mean, I like photography in the sense I like to take photos, but I don't know how to use my camera, which sucks and is unfortunate because I have an amazing $2,000 camera and I don't really know how to use the features, but I have a good eye for photos, so my photos tend to look really nice because I have a good eye with lighting, and since I don't know how to use my camera, I just work with the lighting and learn how to move the camera. So I guess photography I enjoy, even though I don't know what to do. I like the idea of, you know, going on a date and going to like an art museum of some sort, but at the same time, as soon as I go, I get extremely bored. So yeah, I guess that's kind of, the assumption is wrong there. I'm also guessing you would love to be able to do more with nature, perhaps hiking, mountain biking, rafting, etc. That assumption is completely wrong. I do not like outdoors. I mean, I like swimming, like the beach, and I like more adventurous stuff that is outdoors, like roller coasters, skydiving, bungee jumping, which I've never done yet, things like that. But like outside nature stuff, no. I do not like running. I don't like riding a bike. I don't like rollerblading. I mean, I actually wanted rollerblades and I would do it, but I don't know. I've never been into nature stuff. I don't like hiking or camping. I absolutely hate bugs. So anything dirty makes me freak out and I don't like it. I'm not gonna even lie about it. You may have a tendency to hold things and people at a distance first, hold them close tight with complete loyalty. I think you also take it very, very hard when people let you down because they cannot love as completely or why am I not saying this word right? So yes, I do kind of hold people at a distance. At least I feel I do, but at the same time, I love very easily. So I guess when it comes to relationship stuff, I don't really hold them at a distance. It's kind of I pull them tight almost immediately. But friendships, yes. It's like I don't give a time of day to any people that are new. If anything, it's complete opposite. I try not to hang out with them because of the fear of them screwing up the friendship and me wasting my time. I don't like it. But yeah, so that's true. And it's very hard for people to let me down, when people let me down because they cannot love or whatever. I am so sick and tired of people letting me down, and I think that because I'm autistic, I tend to I'm like a dog, like a puppy dog. Like, it's like, gimme, 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 meaning love, love, love me, love me. And because I don't get that, I tend to kind of just stray away. And I'm 34 and I've been in 2 relationships, and one was I was 19 for a year and a half, and one was like 25 for a year and a half. Like, most people have dated many more people or had longer relationships, and I can say that I really didn't date anybody. So assumption is pretty correct. I assume you face similar challenges like me in regards to dealing with chronic illness. I mean, yeah, I assume I would. I mean, I think that everybody who's got a chronic illness or a disability or terminal illness, they all are going through some sort of similarities to another person. So I agree with that. Let's see. We have my assumptions is that you are an animal lover. It is safe to say that you like animals more than you do people. So that's the second person with the same exact assumption to the T. One was Instagram and one is on YouTube. And as I mentioned before, I love animals. I'm an animal lover, vegan, the whole shebang. And I definitely love animals more than people because people let you down and animals do not. And last but not least, and this one is a little, different, and that is, this is kind of mean. However, when I first saw your videos, it was just after Jackie's death. Rest in peace, Jackie, chronically Jackie. And I assumed that you were trying to fill the gap. I assumed you were faking it to get views or using her death to up your view count. Boy, how could I have been more wrong? And I am so sorry that I even thought that. Since then, I have started to love your videos, and I watch you for advice and in solidarity for another Spoonie. And that is very sweet in the end, like you said, you know, that this is kind of mean. As I've mentioned probably half a dozen times throughout my videos after chronically Jackie died, I did mention that ever since I made chronically Jackie's video, like in honor of her, I think there's like 26,000 views. I don't get more than 300 views on any of my vlogs, and I barely even get that on a half of them. That's like 2% of my vlogs. Most of them are like in the 60s to 80 views. And I mentioned many times, like, I still can't believe my, the vlog got that many, and that I have gotten more followers from it, and that was not the point. I actually was in shock. If anything, I thought in the end that maybe I'd probably get more views on it, because I've noticed after I did that, I started following other people, and I go, oh my gosh, they have a video too, and I was crying hysterically, and they had like 100,000. But it depends on how many people you have, and I had mentioned even on Instagram to even friends here in town in real life, like I went from 220 followers to, I think at the time I gained like 200 in like just a couple weeks, which I've had my YouTube up for like 10 months, and it took 8-10 months just to get to 200 followers. So I admitted that me posting it, I got more views and followers or subscribers, but that was not my intention. I was just making a vlog because I love Jackie with all my heart. I cried hysterically. It'd be different if I made a video and I'm like, oh my God, she's gone, I'm so sorry. But I couldn't breathe for a few days. I drank myself to death for a few days. I've never even met her, and it broke my heart. And I don't, I guess that's like you said, that's your assumption, and I'm so happy that you do see that that wasn't my intention, and that yes, it did put my face out there, my name out there. So now I have you guys. I have that many of you guys who now comment on a regular basis to my vlogs. It's because you guys found me because of my Chronically Jackie post. And I don't, it makes me feel good that you guys have stayed long, and that you guys truly believe that I am also sick, and that, that wasn't my intention. I was just making a vlog about her because she was part of my life, and just as anybody else. So I don't know how to go on about that. So anyway, that is it. Thank you for all your assumptions about me. And I will see you guys soon. Bye.